So someone asked me if the Digitakt can do trancey supersaws. And although it's a drum machine and a sampler first, it does have some basic synthesis capabilities. So in this video, I'm going to attempt to make a supersaw. And in case you don't know what that is, it's an idea that Roland introduced in the 1990s, where they stacked 7 saw waves together and detuned them slightly and gave this big saw wave sound. So the technique I'm going to use is I'm going to use these 7 tracks and put 1 saw wave on each one and then detune them and then sample that one sound. So the first step is to load a single cycle waveform of a saw wave. To do that, I'm going to be in the factory settings, in the factory folder, then go to Toolbox, Oscillators, and here you see these are all single cycle waveforms of different character. And the one I want is the saw wave. So I'm going to load that in. And as is, if you play it, all you hear is a tick because that's a single cycle. So what you want to do is you want to change your loop, your playback mode into loop. That way it will loop continuously and create a sound. Here I'm going to set this hold time to note so that it plays when I press the button and stops automatically when I let go. I'm not going to change the LFO, nothing to do with the filter. Here I'm going to change the length of this to 32, and I'm also going to change the length of the pattern to 32. And now I will copy track 1 into track 2, track 3, track 4, track 5, track 6, and track 7. So now if we play, we have 7 saw waves playing at the same time. Now the trick is to start to detune them. For the first one, I'm not going to change it. For the second one, I will put it to -8. The third one, I will put it to +8 semitones. For the 4th track, I will do around -15, +15. And the values don't really matter. You can detune them as much or as little as you want. And the last one I'll detune to, say, -23 and then +23. So now if we play all 7, we can see they're all detuned and sound a little bit more pleasing. The next thing to do is now to sample. So I'm going to put a trig. So on track 1, I'm going to put a C note on the first trig and nothing on the second page. Now go to track 2 and do the same thing. Track 3, track 4, track 5, track 6, and 7. So now if we play it, so the length did not transfer. So I'll go into track 1, track 2, set it to 32, track 3, track 4, track 5, track 6, and track 7 should be done. So now if I play them, so next step is to now sample this into the Digitakt. So I'm going to go into this recorder, make sure my input is internal left and right. I'm going to arm it and play. Whoops. Alright, so I'm going to trim this a little bit to here. That's probably good enough. And I'm going to save this as Supersaw. And now it's asking me, do I want to assign it? I'll just assign it to track 8 for now. And now we can go to track 8 and we can now play it chromatically, but right now this doesn't sound very good. So let's make this a little shorter. Add some reverb, some delay. Now, so I just loaded a project where I have that Supersaw on track 8, and I've created a little pattern that we can play to hear what it sounds like. So let's go for a trancey 138 BPM song.